craziness of high school basketball. These have clearly been the two top teams in the Boston City League on the girls' side for a long time. Always fun to see the future of Boston basketball. Wayne Wild straight to the bucket.
He wanted to finish that one.
Guerrero knocking down the runner there for O'Brien.
They're playing their basic strong game. Fenway is really tough to beat.
4 seconds. Lawson fires it up. Buries it for Latin Academy.
Jeremiah Burke.
The 2020 boys champions. Hello everybody, welcome to Latin Academy High School in Dorchester for the boys Division III first round of the MIAA state tournament, as tonight the Sandwich Blue Knights will be facing the Latin Academy Dragons. Hello everybody, I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, we're in the first round of the state tournament, but it's really the second round.
Round of 32,
That's right.
There
round
you go.
of 32. These brackets with these new statewide rankings look a lot more like the NCAA bracket that we've seen in years past. But tonight we have a team in Sandwich taking on Latin Academy. You got a team all the way up from the Cape coming up to Boston for a Division III boys matchup. This should be a lot of fun here tonight. Contrasting styles with these two teams.
Oh, exactly. The contrasting styles. We know Danny Bunker pretty well, the head coach for Latin Academy. Likes to mix up his defenses. Sometimes he goes zone, man. He's done a bunch of different things, and now that he has more of a veteran team, I'm sure he'll be comfortable reacting to whatever kind of offense Sandwich tries to start the game.
No question. Now, first we'll take a look at the Sandwich Blue Knights, and they went about 11-9 during the season, just above 500. Very good record in their conference of their division. But if you look at this team, they got a lot of talented scorers, but one of the most talented is their senior Shane Lansing. He's a player they're going to be looking out for here this evening.
Yeah, Lansing's number 2. Like you said, a good scorer, had 28 points in the win over Greater Lowell. Inside and outside type players, sort of slithery. You can see not really thick, but long, good hands, good shooter, both inside and out. So, of course, the Sandwich Blue Knights will go to Lansing either on the wing, or he might even try to post up, depending on how, like I said, the defense for Latin Academy looks.
No question. And, you know, Sandwich overall as a whole, very good scoring team. They put up 92 points in the preliminary round. They won by 20. Put up a 92 burger on Greater Lowell in the preliminary round. Meanwhile, for Latin Academy, we know that they are driven by their two big fellas down low, and their senior, Osaso Wogarin, once again is our spotlight player tonight. And we've really seen this young man grow as a basketball player over the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, definitely. Even starting as a freshman, now as a senior, he'd love to be able to cap off his high school career with some big wins in the state tournament. So he's pretty much the leader. How he goes pretty much determines how the Latin Academy Dragons are going to go. I'm sure he's ready.
Yeah, no question. I mean, that's a really good point by you, too, because in that city semifinal round, the Latin Academy played really well against New Mission. He played great. Then in the city championship, he sort of struggled a little bit against Burke. So you're right. It's the way that Osaso goes, often go the Latin Academy Dragons. Very talented player, has been really a varsity player and even sometimes a starter since his freshman season. You see his numbers versus Latin School at that big game, 26-10, but even in the city semifinals, 18 points and 17 rebounds.
And for most people, that's a good game, but like you said, it wasn't enough based on the way Burke played in that championship game.
That's right.
I know he wants to bounce back more than anybody else.
No question, especially being a senior. This is his last state tournament run here at Latin Academy. Now, for more on this particular game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Milton Posner, who's got an update for us. Milton, what do you have?
Hey guys, each of these squads here tonight finding their toughest defensive challenge in the opponent. For Sandwich, it's going to be Latin Academy's size and length, particularly that presented in the middle by Brennan Shapiro and Osasu Wogarin. Sandwich doesn't quite have the size to keep up, the length to keep up, and so their head coach, John Cimarangis, borrowing a trick from a college coach, has been making them face 7- and 8-man defenses in practice, trying to get used to that sort of pressure. Now, on the Latin side, it's going to be breaking the zone defense that Sandwich is going to throw at them. You'll recall from last week's BCL championship game, Latin had some difficulty with the zone that Burke threw at them. They scored only 45 points, they coughed up the ball, and they reminded everybody that their lack of ball handling and the 18 turnovers per game that have resulted have been arguably their biggest weakness. So their head coach, Dan Bunker, all throughout the week in practice has been working on their zone breaking schemes. And now it's just up to which team is going to better internalize and execute on that prep. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Milton. And he, like Milton mentioned, these two teams have completely different styles. Latin Academy, as we mentioned, really based in their big fellas and post players down low, where Sandwich is more of a perimeter team, and they have some quick forwards and guards in the backcourt.
Well, it's going to be important for Latin Academy to get out on those good shooters because, again, Sandwich likes to score, like Milton said. Both teams are capable of scoring a lot, but both teams are also capable of playing good defense. So it's going to be a number of things will play factors. We have 3 veteran officials, so depending on how the game just starts to get called, is it going to be really tight, or they're going to let the guys get a little physical and play? That should be to Latin Academy's advantage because they have a couple of bigger guys inside. But if there aren't a lot of fouls called, well, maybe the running game for Sandwich can get underway.
Yeah.
So it first 5 minutes will be interesting.
No question. Sandwich wants to get out early because of how much they can score. They can do that. It's going to be a really good ball game here tonight. Latin Academy will want to limit them in that first quarter and control the pace here to start things off. Folks, it's Latin Academy hosting Sandwich here in the boys Division III first round of the MIAA state tournament. We're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the opening tap here from Latin Academy High School in Dorchester right after these messages. Don't go away.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to Latin Academy High School in Dorchester for the boys Division III first round of the MIAA state tournament. It's the Sandwich Blue Knights taking on the Latin Academy Dragons. We are just about set to go here in Dorchester as they see the starters for Sandwich: Souza, Swarger, Murphy, Lansing, and Campbell. And for Latin Academy, Benny Martinez, Odin, Jacino, Osasu Wogarin, and Brennan Shapiro. Latin Academy in the all-yellow uniforms with the black trim. Sandwich in the navy uniforms with the white trim. We are underway here at Latin Academy High. The Dragons control the opening tap. Wogarin trying to feed it inside to Shapiro. Goes out of bounds, back to Latin Academy, to Sandwich.
2-3 zone coming to start things out for Sandwich. Got the quick turnover. Three-two zone for Latin Academy.
Souza looking for an opening. That's Murphy, who's got deep range for this Sandwich squad. Souza
Shot
trying to
clock
find
winding
Lansing.
down. Yeah.
Lansing can't hit. Rebound on the inside by Brady Campbell.
Very patient Sandwich team. They do want to find number 2, Lansing.
Campbell tries an elbow jumper well off the mark. Wogarin with the rebound for Latin Academy. Three ball from Aiden is good from the corner.
Good sign for Latin Academy. But Pat, you think back to the city championship game, he had a tough time getting off some shots.
Back down the other end as Murphy couldn't hit on the fast break. Here comes Benny Martinez trying to get to the rim, and he gets it to go.
Nice finish by Martinez.
5-0
like he's a little off
lead.
balance, but Martinez made it 5-0.
5-0 lead here for Latin Academy. Souza trying to score inside. He gets fouled on his way to the hoop.
Was able to split the defense in that zone. The Latin Academy trying to close down the lane, but good job by Souza. The first foul on Shapiro.
And Souza knocks down the first. Second free throw, no good. 5-1, Latin Academy on top. Three ball from Aiden. Short that time. Wogarin tries to save it for Latin Academy. Souza chases it down.
Yeah, Sang was totally depending on passing the ball in these first few minutes. That one drive by Souza was only their second shot of the game.
Murphy from deep. He's well short with that one. Benny Martinez chases it down for the Dragons. Benny trying to go inside to Wogarin for the easy bucket.
Yeah, Martinez made it look like he was going to try to go all the way, but he saw his teammate Osasu.
And scoring inside to count the hoop and the harm is Brady Campbell.
Good aggressive move by Campbell, and also it might be the second foul on Shapiro. It is, yeah. You see the drive. Shapiro jumped a little late. Had some body contact.
And he completes the three-point play. So 7-4, Latin Academy now on top.
Well, with this 2-3 zone, the wing three-pointers are going to be open, so Aiden will be out in the wing.
Chusino on the drive, trying to lay it in to Wogarin. Knocked away by Sandwich. Here comes Murphy back down the other end. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Orlando Chusino.
I mentioned three veteran officials, all from Boston, actually. Domingo Williams, Anthony Pitts, and Jamal Galloway in the baseline. Only seen one outside shot from Sandwich so far.
Souza takes the hit, couldn't convert. Campbell on the inside, blocked by Wogarin.
Off to the races.
Chusino fires up a three, can't get it to go. Murphy comes down with it for the Blue Knights. We always mention these state tournament games, the opening quarter is just a feeling out process.
Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, the Sandwich players are just trying to get used to these rims.
Three ball knocked down that time by Adam Schwager.
Schwager, right?
Ties it up at 7. here with just under 4 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Aiden fires with an answer, 3 of his own.
Well, for him to hit 2 threes in the first quarter, really good sign for Latin Academy, but more so for him individually.
Schwager for 3. Short that time. Benny Martinez trying to go coast to coast.
He's got those long strides. That time a little out of control. It's going to be called for a player control foul. Ortega's coming in for Latin Academy. I'll give Jacino a break. Yeah, in the open, Pat, we talked about pace, and so far, you see the Latin Academy team definitely wants to get into a fast-breaking game. Meanwhile, Sandwich, like you said, feeling their way out. New, strange court.
Yeah, the new gym is always a factor. As
Exactly.
Lansing couldn't hit that shot. Follow up by Souza, no good. Put back, no good by Murphy. Well, Guerin comes away with the loose ball. Corner 3 by Aiden. That time he couldn't connect. Lansing comes away with the board for Sandwich. Murphy pulls up just inside the arc and can't get it to go.
Well, a couple good shots the last 2 times down for Sandwich.
Michael Correa trying to go to the bucket.
2.5 steps. I mean, I would think both coaches are pretty happy with the effort, and especially the defensive end.
Lansing trying to carve out space over Wogarin. Can't get it to go. Wogarin there for the rebound. Osasso's changed a lot of shots so far here in the first quarter. Martinez. Back to Orlando Jacino, who buries the 3.
That's a deep one. Yeah. So what's that? That's 3 threes for Latin Academy already here in the first quarter.
2 by Aiden, 1 by Jacino. They didn't hit that many in the entire game against Burke in the city championship. 6-point lead for the Dragons. Another turnover by Sandwich. Martinez back down the other end, scores the layup.
I'll tell you, good body control. The pass led Benny right to the rim.
Minute and a half left to go in the quarter. 8-point lead for Latin Academy. Murphy pulls up for the jumper.
Good baseline 10-footer by Murphy. Yeah, Sandwich needed that to sort of stop the bleeding.
Yeah, Lansing, very good score for Sandwich, but actually Murphy's their leading scorer when it comes to average points per game.
Those are the 2 main guys.
That's right. Under a minute to go here in the opening frame. Another 3-ball for Sandwich. Schwager with his second.
The corner's got to be open. So if Latin Academy stays in this 2-3 and Sandwich swings the ball to the opposite side, then comes back quickly for that was a skip pass to get the shooter was wide open in the corner.
The Blue Knights cut the Dragons lead down to 3 here with 51 seconds left to go in the quarter. And you saw, Latin Academy right there, just before that, those last couple of baskets made a nice little run, extended the lead to 8.
Yeah, they were on the verge of making double digits.
That's right.
But the 2-point shot and then the 3-point shot keeps Sandwich right in it.
Right, those were 2 huge baskets for the Blue Knights. I mean, shooting just sometimes cures all wounds.
Well, we saw them miss the first 3 or 4 outside shots, but they know they were good shooters.
Right, absolutely.
And the best thing they're doing so far is how patient they've been. And watch the Benny. Look at Benny, nice job. No contact, he's able to play through it. Yeah, Benny's an amazing athlete. We see him on the defensive end with those long arms and that quickness.
So we'll see what the Dragons try to come up with here in the last minute. of the first quarter.
It was a lot of action for a quarter, right?
No question. I mean, you know, the beginning it was a little bit slower, but then it really picked up.
Didn't take long.
3-point lead for Latin Academy here towards the end of the first quarter. Osman Aiden, who's already knocked down 2 threes. Benny Martinez,
nice
beautiful pass inside of Correa. (17-12). Benny Martinez with the steal. Martinez finishes on the other end.
Just like that, back up to a 7-point lead.
Murphy with a determined dribble, and that's going to be a foul on Latin Academy.
He'll get 2 free throws.
That one's on Jacino. That might be Orlando's second.
Oh, on the floor. Okay, let's call it a foul on the floor.
Souza trying to go baseline. Back out to Lansing. Sean Lansing fires a 3. Dragons with 1 second left on the clock, and that is going to do it for the first quarter here at Latin Academy High School in Dorchester. It is the Sandwich Blue Knights trailing Latin Academy 19-12. Folks, we are going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter here on Game of the Week right after these messages. Don't go away.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look,
Welcome back to Latin Academy High School in Dorchester for the boys Division III first round of the MIAA state tournament. Our sideline reporter, Milton Posner, has got an update for us. Milton, what do you have?
Chance to listen in on the Latin Academy huddle a couple minutes ago, and for head coach Dan Bunker, the message was simple. He felt as the first quarter went on, his team had started to get a little bit lackadaisical, getting back in transition. You've been seeing him play this 1-2-2 zone. He says you got to get set up in it as quickly as possible to ensure that you're not getting beat back and you're not giving up easy opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Milton. As they see Lansing on the drive here to open up the second quarter, couldn't get it to go. Souza looked like he almost had a layup. Now throws it in the backcourt. And Latin Academy with a heck of a save to Martinez for the layup.
You're right, Pat.
Ronel Ortega with a great save.
Ortega, just off the bench, made a dash for the ball and gave Benny an easy layup.
We haven't seen Ortega a ton, or didn't see him that much in the city playoffs. But comes off the bench and makes a great play. Backdoor cut by Sandwich, and Schwager couldn't convert underneath.
That's Wajeren's presence that time. Tried to loft the ball over Wajeren, going for the block.
Schwager then committed the frustration foul after missing that layup. 9-point lead here for Latin Academy with almost a minute gone by in the second quarter. Benny Martinez looking for Correa underneath.
Right idea, just too much on it. Yeah, Sandwich has got to figure out how to get Lansing going. I think he's only had 2 shots so far. We mentioned in the open he had 28 points against Greater Lowell.
Murphy to the bucket. Couldn't get the scoop shot. Martinez quickly up to Aiden. Osman finishes on the other end. And Sandwich takes a quick timeout here with 6:48 left to go in the second quarter. Nice little run there by Latin Academy. They stretch their lead to 11.
No doubt the coaches on the Sandwich bench are feeling how this can get away real quick. They went from 3-point lead up now to double digits, and nothing like being home. Latin Academy's been able to get the ball on some deflections, get some fast break. Wajeren is actually defending the rim real well.
No question. Latin Academy should a lot better here at home this evening. Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can certainly go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. A lot of good stuff up on that site. Make sure you like us on that Facebook page. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. 11-point lead here for Latin Academy in their first game of the state tournament. They're currently,
I don't know.
As we look at the bracket coming into this game, I believe Latin Academy is the 6th seed.
They're 6, yeah. Yep. They're 6. The winner of this game plays the winner of Archbishop Williams and Gloucester.
Actually interesting to see whoever wins this game, where the site of that game will be. It's usually a neutral site.
Because Gloucester's way up north and Archbishop Williams is down south of Boston. Yeah, we're seeing the Sandwich team is really out of sync. I think that was deflected, block shot.
Yeah, that's what the referees are saying.
That was the first time they actually tried a three-pointer from the top of the key.
Get it inside to Murphy. He gets stuffed inside. Martinez. Correa. Strong drive by Michael Correa.
Yeah, at this point, the Dragons of Latin Academy are pretty much doing anything they want. They're attacking aggressively. That early offensive foul on Benny hasn't changed their attitude at all.
Pretty drive there by Murphy.
Good finish by Murphy, too.
Once again, Murphy stopping the bleeding here for Sandwich. Cuts the Latin Academy lead down to 11. Martinez steps in for an elbow jumper. Bulgarian with the rebound. Put back, no good. Knocked out of bounds. That'll go back to Sandwich.
Ortega trying for another offensive rebound. Had to go off his fingertips. Yeah, 2 more substitutions for Sandwich. Sandwich just trying to figure out a way to get a combination to get more open shots.
Ball stolen away there by Latin Academy, but a good hustle by Aiden Spur to try to get it back. But Benny Martinez goes to the floor, calls a timeout.
Yeah, Spur just came in the game. He was trying to make a drive to the basket, get the ball stripped away, but like you said, got back into the action to force Latin Academy to call a timeout.
So Dragons hanging on to this 11-point lead, 5:18 left to go in the second quarter. But you know, with the way that this Sandwich team can shoot, you know they can just come right back. So Latin Academy can't just rest it on the
That's
laurels
what's in their heads, and I think that's why we're seeing the coaches for Sandwich go a little deeper into their bench. Just try to find someone to get a shot, especially a three, because a three is always a big emotional lift. Right now, like you said, they're down 11. The Latin Academy's just starting to really crank it up. That swarming defense, those long arms to create deflections. You got Wojaren rebounding well. They haven't missed Shapiro at all. And you got those 2 quick fouls he had to sit, but Wojaren has been able to protect the hoop. Got a couple of block shots, and he's also changed a couple of shots. You got Sandwich players, when they drive, they're leery of Wogaren's length in there as a defender.
And that's, the mark of a really good post defender.
Oh, definitely.
When you have guys that are hesitating underneath the basket because they're worried about getting their shot.
That's right.
That's when you have the most effective post defenders.
All right, so now the Sandwich trying a 2-1-2. This is where Sandwich may have a chance to get some deflections.
Correa, again on the drive. Couldn't get that one to go. Got his own miss. And Correa is going to get 2 free throws.
Good hustle by Correa to stay with it. So far for Latin Academy, Benny Martinez has sort of been the spark through the first quarter and into the second quarter on both ends of the floor. We're used to seeing him get defensive deflections, and if that keeps up, that's going to really open up some fast break action for Latin Academy.
Watch the sideline. No sideline. 5, no sideline here. Get back, sprint back. See him, right there, right there.
Souza looking for his teammate in the corner, Will Swift, but the pass was a little too high for him.
Set play. They had a weak side cut in the baseline. It was right there. But like you said, a little too much mustard on that one.
Inside to Will Guerin, who couldn't convert inside. It's Murphy who comes away with a rebound.
He's going to finish this one.
Murphy scoops it in.
Good job by Murphy. Second time we've seen him go with a long drive.
Cuts the Dragons lead back down to single digits. Martinez. Corner three. Buried that time from Ortega.
Like you said, Pat, he's been like a Energizer battery coming off the bench.
Back to a 12-point bulge for the Dragons. Offensive foul on Sandwich. Foul's going to be at number 23, Will Swift.
Yeah.
Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter, 12-point lead for Latin Academy.
Foul on Latin Academy, nice deal. Good job by Aiden Spur. Second time he's had one of those hustle plays to get possession for his team. But again, this Sandwich team still searching for some half-court offense.
Another turnover by the Blue Knights. Here comes Correa, who got hit for the hoop and the foul. What a finish by Michael Correa.
Correa, a little bit of hesitation as he was making that layup, took a bump, used the backboard like coaches always say. Yeah, Latin Academy so far in full command.
Correa can't finish the three-point play.
Going to be a third foul on Shapiro.
Fouls on number 23, Brandon Shapiro.
How is that a foul?
So Shapiro's third foul.
Just went back in, it's coming right back out.
So Souza now at the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1, and he can't hit the first. Correa comes away with a rebound. Almost a steal at half court as Benny Martinez is able to hang on to it. Benny on the drive, lays it down nicely to Will Guerin, and he couldn't finish underneath, but he's going to get 2 free throws.
Again, we're seeing that length of Latin Academy come into play defensively. Jacino's coming back in.
Orlando Jacino back in the ball game.
They got Correa. Been a pretty easy rotation for Denny Bunker so far because they've had the lead, the entire time.
Murphy converts over the top.
He's been the only consistent scorer for them.
Cuts it down to a 16-point lead for Latin Academy. Aiden front rims that three. Rebound to Souza. Aiden almost whips it away from Murphy. Murphy tries for the fancy finish. Benny Martinez with the rebound. Well, Guerin can't convert inside. Osasu's had a tough time finishing underneath
really
so
nice
far in the first half.
By Martinez.
You see Sandwich head coach
John
Zamarangas. I asked him how to pronounce it last night. Practiced a couple of times. As you see the foul inside on Latin Academy. That's going to be on Benny Martinez.
Yeah, Logan Murphy's doing his best to keep him in this. One of the senior co-captain, so he's a junior co-captain though. Actually, Sandwich is made up of virtually all juniors and seniors. They only have one sophomore, but the rest are either seniors or juniors.
And Murphy knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll have one more. Yeah, so far, it's really only been Murphy who's been able to hang on to keep this game somewhat close. Knocks down both.
So a couple of nice drives to the basket. Made a couple of outside shots. Down those 2 free throws. The one thing that we haven't seen Sandwich do well defensively is close out these three-point shooters.
Good swing on the basketball. Another three ball. That one off the back iron.
Gonna be a hell ball.
Gonna stay with Latin Academy. Substitution for Sandwich as Adam Schwager is back in there for the Blue Knights. Aiden corner three again. After hitting those first two, he's gone a little cold here.
But they're going to be open. The way that Sandwich is playing, he's going to have opportunities.
Murphy's fouled at the top of the key.
Murphy is doing some good things, other than the fact, like you say, he's the only real scorer for them, but he's also making Latin Academy defend his drives, and with the bonus situation, he'll go to the free throw line.
Murphy hits the first. Next foul on Latin Academy will put Sandwich in the double bonus.
Wow.
So you got Benny Martinez on the bench now with 2 fouls. You got Brandon Shapiro on the bench with 3. So 2 of your core starters in a little bit of foul trouble here for Latin Academy. That's the only thing slowing them down as of this moment. Terrence Wilfork in there now for the Dragons. Wilfork on the drive, gets it poked away. Here comes Schwager back down the other end. Schwager to the bucket. Orlando Giacino with a full head of steam and can't get it to go. Wolgarin going after the loose ball. Converts that time, score the hoop and the harm with a big fella, Osasu Wolgarin.
That's what we talked about in the open, Pat. Osasu does so many things on the baseline, actually on both baselines, that's probably one of the strengths of the Latin Academy offense, getting those offensive rebounds and putbacks.
And Sandwich calls a timeout here with 1:24 left to go in the second quarter. 15-point lead here for Latin Academy. And again, we mentioned it before, Murphy's the only one really, being very aggressive and assertive offensively.
Exactly, and which is strange because we mentioned the fact they scored 92 points in their last game.
Right.
And here they are stuck on 21. We're almost at halftime. But you're right. Murphy, coming in, we knew he was one of their better shooters anyway. He's doing his part, but the team has not been able to get Sean Lansing going at all. He had 28 points in the last game when they scored that 92. He's got to find some way, or his teammates have got to find some way to get him some open shots.
We talk about those two players, Lansing had 28, Murphy had 23 against Greater Lowell.
No
and
surprise.
Then Tim Souza had 21. So you had 3 players over 20 points, and here you only got 21
I'm saying,
with less than a minute and a half left to go before halftime.
It just shows you how different environment, traveling, playing unfamiliar foe, all that plays in. Latin Academy being home has the advantage of starting the game being comfortable. They're being able to get into their offense a lot earlier.
Osasu Wolgarin out of the timeout, looking to convert the 3-point play. And he does for Latin Academy.
Full court pressure again.
Aiden off the steal, and he gets fouled inside. Foul's going to be on Cameron O'Malley.
I keep saying it, but it's true again on this one. This steal, because of the length of Aiden, he was in the right position, able to use that length defensively to get the steal. So you usually see him shooting threes, but that time had an open lane to the basket.
Osman no good on the first.
Brady Chamberlain for Sandwich.
It's so funny how Coach Bunker talked about this earlier in the season, how all the Aiden brothers are exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
We just had
same body movements. Yeah.
Same body type. I mean,
exactly.
And Coach Bunker mentioned this too, that Osman, much like his brother Abdullahi when he was younger, you know, he kind of still had like baby fat, and they were kind of built a certain way. Then about their junior season, they kind of, you know, grew and thinned out and just became more athletic. And the same thing happened to Osman. It's just the genes are just the same, so it's like clockwork watching these guys grow as basketball players.
They all have that shooting stroke from three-point land. I know that.
Back down, 17-point lead here for Latin Academy. We've got about 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Schwager thought about a three. Looking for Murphy in the corner. Murphy trying to go baseline.
A little bit of a push. Yeah,
pushed by Wilford. Yeah, so Murphy will get two.
Murphy's the only one consistently through this half for Sandwich who's given the kind of effort that you need. But he's tough enough being on the road. You know, long drives to get here. Like we said, unfamiliar opponent who's starting off the game, like we said, very comfortable. So give him credit. He's doing his best to keep his team in.
Logan Murphy hits the first free throw. He's now got 10 points to lead the Sandwich Blue Knights. Orlando Jacino heading to the bench. 2 for 2 from the line as Murphy gets his team back to within 15 here with 27 seconds left to go before halftime.
Move it. Easy.
Ortega, or rather, Aiden inside to Wogarin.
Good block.
Easy.
Murphy with the half court heave, and he couldn't hit that time, but he wasn't too far off. But after the first half here from Latin Academy High School, a 15-point lead for the Dragons here in the boys Division III first round of the MIAA state tournament.
Well, as expected, this lead started out with their defense. Once they started getting deflections, getting offensive rebounds, that opened up some of their outside shooting for Latin Academy. Like you said, Aiden came in his first two early in the first quarter. Cooled off a bit, but had that nice drive to the basket to keep his scoring going. Sandwich has got to just be so totally frustrated because the offense, whatever they did to get 92 points in their last game, obviously is not happening tonight. That's what the coach has to sort of reinforce to his team, because they're just working hard, but they have not been able to solve the half-court zone for Latin Academy yet.
That's right. And meanwhile, for Latin Academy, offensively, they're certainly they're basically getting whatever they want. You know, even though they sort of cooled down from three, they still had a really good offensive first half.
Well, it helps when you're, like I said, pressuring the ball defensively, getting out for some easy hoops. And also, even in the half-court set, Benny Martinez has done a good job. He got some nice passes inside.
Right. The head coach for Sandwich is with our sideline reporter, Milton Posner. So, Milton, take it away.
You guys, I'm here with Sandwich head coach John Zamarangas. And, Coach, you knew coming in that the length and the size of Latin was going to be a challenge. How do you feel like your team's done so far?
You know, on the boards, a little bit better. Too many second shots for them. Their quickness is what's hurting us. We're not getting back sometimes, and we've left a few points out there. So that's why the score is what it is. You know, we're still in the ball game. Got to do some things better and finish.
What do you feel like the key is to kickstarting your offense back to where it was against Greater Lowell on Tuesday?
I think it's just that. It's finishing shots. We finished everything the other day. You put up 92 points. You finish a lot of shots. We're doing a good job going the basket. We've just got to finish those, you know?
Awesome, Coach. Thank you for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you guys very much.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Milton. And one of the biggest things right now is the boards. I mean, we've seen Latin Academy with the two big guys. Even though Shapiro's been out with foul trouble, the Latin Academy is beating Sandwich on the rebounds 28-7.
It's amazing. And this, it tells you that even the guards, everyone rebounds and waits until you secure the ball before you take off. And
that's right.
That Latin Academy has done that very, very well. It's interesting, the Sandwich coach saying that he's more impressed with the Dragons' quickness as opposed to their size. And that's true because Shapiro didn't play that much. He got two quick fouls early. He got his third foul early in the second quarter, so he doesn't have many minutes at all. It's been Wojirin as pretty much the only big man in there for Latin Academy.
That's right. So the two big fellas trying to get things done here for Latin Academy, but it's been the entire team with an impressive first half here in the first round of the state tournament. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have some halftime stats, and we'll get ready for the third quarter here on Game of the Week right after these words.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
You're not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Julia, are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Emma's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still has to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I tell my son, I love you every single day.
I love you.
Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to Latin Academy High School in Dorchester. We're at the half here at the Boys Division III first round of the MIAA State Tournament. Sandwich, it's actually Latin Academy on top of Sandwich, 38-23. And we're going to take a look at the halftime stats here. And first up is going to be Sandwich.
Yeah, Sandwich, you mentioned Fab Murphy, the junior forward, the only real scorer with 11. Schwager hit a 3 early, then he has 6 points for the half. Murphy also has 5 rebounds, Souza with 3 rebounds, and Murphy has 3 assists. So Murphy's trying to do his part.
That's right.
The rest of his teammates have to step up, and we'll see if they can do that. Meanwhile, for Latin Academy, we talked about Aiden hitting 3s early. Correo, 8 points. You have Wajirin, 14 big rebounds in the half, and some of those are offensive rebounds and putbacks. Martinez with 4 rebounds. Martinez also had 6 assists, and Justino added an assist.
And there's the big difference right there. You have 5 out of the 6 players in that stat page from Latin Academy, where you have 5 different players there. Where with Sandwich, it's Murphy leading all 3 of the categories.
Yeah.
Really quick, folks, before we get going here in the third quarter, we're going to check in with our sideline reporter, Milton Posner, who's got an update for us. Milton, what do you got?
Hey guys, the playoff success you're seeing from Latin Academy right now has not been a foregone conclusion. 24 classes of students came and went without seeing their beloved Dragons win a BCL title. They finally beat that streak last year, or rather they broke that skid last year. This season, they failed to repeat after the graduation of their 3 leading scorers from last season, but what they are trying to do here is build on their success in the state tournament and get some success that way. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Milton. Latin Academy has never really had a deep state tournament run. Their best was in 2020.
Oh, there you go. That's the first real aggressive move we've seen Sean Lansing make, and it's the first possession in the second half. I think during the halftime, he might have been thinking about those 28 points that he had against Greater Lowell.
So Lansing's first basket. See if he can complete the 3-point play. And he does. We'll see if that can get him going here in the third quarter.
It usually does. The high school players play so much off emotion. It's going to be a
traveling violation on Orlando Giacino.
I think we'll see Sandwich go right back to Lansing.
Murphy tries a deep 3 and rattles it home.
Well, Lansing set the pick for him, so help get the 3.
All of a sudden, back down to a single-digit lead here for Latin Academy. Aiden can't hit the floater. Lansing comes away with it for Sandwich. Here comes Murphy. Murphy trying to score off the window. And Shapiro with the rebound for Latin Academy. Casino off the up fake. Can't hit the 3. Martinez chases it down for the Dragons. Well, Guerin rattles it home from the free throw line.
That's exactly what Sandwich coach was talking about at halftime. The Latin Academy's quickness to the ball, those loose balls, ends up with a little Guerin jump shot.
Double-digit lead now back here for Latin Academy as they're on top 40-29. Murphy can't finish off the window. Shapiro with the rebound. Aiden, corner 3, can't get that one to go. Shapiro, offensive board, and he gets fouled on the putback.
Yeah, Shapiro's now he's starting to feel like he's in the game. I mean, like we mentioned, foul trouble sat him down in both the first and second quarters. But this time he has a couple of rebounds already. A nice, 3 rebounds in this third quarter so far, and earned a trip to the free throw line.
Shapiro knocks down the first.
Watch the sideline. Watch the sideline.
2 for 2 from the line is Shapiro. Michael Correa getting ready to check back in for Latin Academy. Lansing couldn't hit the 3 that time as Aiden comes away with the rebound. Jacino. Corner 3 from Aiden, that time around the rim and out. He has gone cold after that first quarter.
And they're all good shots, too.
Murphy looking in the corner.
They foul on Benny Martinez.
That's going to be Benny's third. Substitution, Correa back in. Shapiro heads to the bench. Benny Martinez now with 3 fouls. That could be big.
He's been a spark plug.
And Lansing somehow converts that one.
Yeah, we've seen him score twice, driving strong to the basket.
Off the up fake, Correa can't hit the mid-range jumper. Schwager comes away with a rebound. Correa commits the foul.
You always talk about frustration fouls, Pat. He had an easy shot he thought he should have made, and then a quick reach in. Okay, Jacino will come out, and Ortega's back. Ortega he was a spark in that first half.
Surprised Benny Martinez is still in there. He's got 3 fouls, and he is one of their few trusted point guards on this team. Scoop shot, good
nice.
that time for Lansing.
Up and under scoop.
He's starting to come alive here in the third quarter. 7 points now for Lansing. Off the spin move.
Well, you get the feeling that the halftime speech for Sandwich, clearly part of it was to get Lansing going offensively. They're finding him. He's moving a little better than he was in the first half, and Sandwich had a good chance to make this a game, much closer game.
Correa rattles home the first.
Hockey. No space.
2 for 2 from the line is Correa. Coming back in for Sandwich is Brady Carroll, junior forward.
He's actually going to give Lansing a break. Yeah.
Tie up there inside the paint as Souza was trying to make something happen. Ortega commits that foul for Latin Academy. Schwager was looking for his teammate, chased down by Carroll. Souza. Campbell for 3. Can't get it to go. Benny Martinez with the rebound for Latin Academy.
Oh, nice steal.
Quickly up to Schwager, up to Souza. Count the hoop and the harm for Souza.
Beautiful pass.
Heck of a play there from Sandwich.
It was, because it's really hard to steal the ball from Benny Martinez in the open floor, but they did a clean steal and a nice cut by Souza.
Shapiro back in for Latin Academy. Ortega going to head to the bench. Third foul on Ortega. You got Souza knocking down the free throw to complete the 3-point play. So you got Benny Martinez with 3 fouls, Ortega with 3 fouls, and Brandon Shapiro with 3 fouls.
We got an 8-point game.
Correa off the up fake. Pirro, short jumper.
Yeah, Shapiro's really been working hard on both baselines this third quarter.
Back to a 10-point lead for Latin Academy. Murphy can't connect from three. Shapiro with the rebound. Murphy.
Good trap and steal.
Somehow finishes that one off the window.
Wow.
Inside to Wolgarin, who finishes off the glass.
He's running the floor. Wolgarin was the first one down and earned that easy hoop.
10-point lead once again for Latin Academy, 48-38. Jumper made by Campbell
nice
from the elbow.
Mid-range by Campbell. Turn. That's what you did, like you're supposed to. Get the ball in that area, turn, face the hoop, see what you have.
Sandwich still hanging around here with 2.5 left in the third quarter. Off the knee of Wolgarin, and that'll go back to Sandwich. Substitution as Lando Jacino comes back in. Osman Aiden get ahead to the bench.
Sandwich doing much better job this third quarter of attacking in the half court.
Three ball off the back iron that time from Souza. 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Good swing for Latin Academy. Wolgarin can't hit the long two. Murphy with the rebound inside for the Blue Knights.
Yeah, Murphy's done a little bit of everything for the Knights.
Another good swing there for Sandwich, but too much size inside from Latin Academy.
They were trying to draw that fourth foul on Shapiro.
Pirro to the corner. Jacino steps in for a two and gets drilled.
That's going to be
an
an offensive
foul on Orlando Jacino. Said he stuck his foot out. Second personal foul for Orlando Jacino.
Yeah, officials at all levels are now looking at that play. It's no longer automatically a defensive foul. If the contact clearly was made by the shooter, then they'll get called an offensive foul.
That was getting bad in the NBA where, Trae Young used to do it all the time.
It was really a joke for a while.
Campbell
nice
inside. Boy,
wow.
Brady Campbell.
Yeah, but you know what, Pat? Give Logan Murphy credit on that one. He played the baseline and made an easy pass. So all Campbell had to do was put it right in the backboard.
Brady Carroll committing the foul at half court. And Sandwich now down by just six here with just under a minute left to go in the third. This is the closest they've been in a while.
48-42. Here we go.
Latin at 1 point led by 18. Alley-oop to Wolgarin.
Back to an 8-point game, 50-42.
Foster Wolgarin pokes it away. Wolgarin for the flop.
That's what the faithful of Latin Academy were waiting for.
Dragons get it back to 10. Murphy going baseline. Can't get that one to fall. Jacino comes down with it. Dragons with 10 seconds before the end of the quarter. Jacino inside to Shapiro. Can't get it to go. Rebound. And Brandon Shapiro is going to get 2 free throws.
You mentioned the size, Pat, and this little run by Latin Academy has been spurred with the size, off rebounding on both ends, defensively and offensively. Yeah, big fella Shapiro, with all that first half foul trouble, had 6 rebounds in this quarter alone.
Knocks down that first free throw. They put Correa back in momentarily. Take Benny Martinez out. With Benny with 3 fouls, don't want him to get a cheap one.
Don't want to have anything silly happen with 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Shapiro can't get the second one to go. Inadvertent buzzer.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Atlanta Academy 53.
Not sure what happened there. As I'm surprised the ref didn't try to put a second left on the
buzzer,
clock.
Like you said, an inadvertent buzzer. They actually may try to.
Yeah, good call by Jordan Galloway. This is the right call. There was a second.
Yeah,
they're going to do the play over. So we're going to stay here with the end of the third quarter because there was a second left.
Yeah, 1.9.
Here at the end of the third quarter.
I mean, catching the shot is very possible.
There was an inadvertent buzzer from the scorer's table. So, and we saw both teams' players stop.
Right,
so this makes total sense.
Yeah.
Jordan Galloway was the one who made the right call there.
He's the lead official.
Second left. We'll see if Murph can get this off, and that time.
Surprised you got that far.
Right. So after 3 here at Latin Academy, the Dragons with a 53-42 lead over the Sandwich Blue Knights. Make sure you stick around, folks. We got the fourth quarter coming when we come right back.
Hey, Rolo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to Latin Academy High School in Dorchester for Game of the Week as we're at the Boys Division III first round between the Sandwich Blue Knights and the Latin Academy Dragons. Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, first you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. We've got a lot of good stuff up on that site, including what games we're going to be covering, different videos and links to watch the games live. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW.
Just looking at the bracket for the Boys Division III, and so far a couple of Boston teams have already been bounced out. East Boston was beaten by Chelsea, and then Madison Park lost to Shawsheen. Tech Boston's actually playing right now, just like this game.
Well, Guerin inside, couldn't finish. Josino chases it down for the Dragons. Aided inside to Will Guerin, good swing. Back to Benny Martinez. Can't get the 3 to go down. Rebound comes down to Lansing. Corner 3 from Schwager. Cuts it back down to an 8-point lead.
Too.
That's right.
He likes that corner, the baseline corner 3.
Third 3 from Schwager in this one.
Well, like you mentioned, Pat, in the first half, even though they were down big, you get 3-point shooters, you always have a chance.
That's right. Helps you come back tremendously. Another turnover there from Latin Academy. Now Sandwich with a chance to cut back into this 8-point lead.
They got as close as 6 in the third quarter with a very nice run as they had a number of their offensive players finally come alive.
Lansing can't get the jumper to go. Gets his own rebound. Souza. Drive by Schwager inside.
Wow. That's Schwager again from the baseline.
Schwager.
He faked the shot, went totally baseline and banked it home.
Cuts it back down to a 6-point lead. Inside to Will Guerin. Big fella. Scores off the window.
Yeah, well, Guerin really started taking over in that third quarter. Matter of fact, he ended the quarter with 14 points.
Yeah, he's got now 16 points and 15 rebounds for Osaso Will Guerin. Souza trying for 3. Loose ball still underneath. Grabbed by Lansing. Campbell fires from three. Buries it for the
I'll
Blue
tell
Knights.
you what, and you give all that credit to Lansing. You talked about him before, Pat, how he had such a tough offensive first half. He's scoring some, but he's also making plays like that one. 2 offensive rebounds, the same sequence, sets his teammate up for a wide open 3.
Campbell's 3 cuts it down to a 5-point lead here for Latin Academy with just under 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And this has been as close as Sandwich has gotten since the first quarter of this game, early on in the first quarter. And right now you see Latin Academy's had some turnovers, not quite excuting as well as they did in the first half.
Well, it's about energy. And the first half, through most of that first half, Sandwich just did not have this. They weren't matching the energy from Latin Academy. But the third quarter and now into the fourth quarter here, we're starting to see some more aggressive offensive play, driving to the basket. The threes are always big when you're down double digits. So now those threes have brought them back to within, 5 points. Those definitely up for grabs now.
You mentioned Murphy in that first half. He kind of just kept
him in it.
Sandwich in it.
Yeah.
And now they're hanging around. My goodness.
I even thought it sounded funny me saying that, but in reality, he was the only one scoring.
He was.
Yeah.
Murphy with 16. And another turnover by Latin Academy.
Yeah, the patience for the Dragons is so anxious to try to get back to that big lead.
Lansing on the drive, blocked inside by Benny Martinez. Lansing stays with it inside for the Blue Knights.
Oh, they got a 1-possession game now.
Down to a 3-point lead here for Latin Academy. Jacino off the up fake, goes inside. And Orlando's going to get 2 free throws. He's been sort of quiet in this game so far for Latin Academy.
He got that wrap around his right knee. I just wondering if he's just not himself.
Yeah, I saw the trainer actually wrapping him up well before the game. He's got just 3 points. See if he adds to it here. And he does.
Gotta give Sandwich a lot of credit because they were down and not looking good at all. Down 18, but the coach, it's interesting. The coach actually showed some real confidence when he was talking to Mitch at halftime, and it's coming to fruition now. And like you said, it's not just one person. They're spreading it around. A couple of different guys hitting threes. Another couple of guys driving to the basket.
Here comes Lansing again. Lansing gets it to go, and the foul. Sean Lansing.
Now we're finding out how he had 28 points against Greater Lowell.
Somehow hitting shots like that. And Coach,
2-point game with a chance to make it 1.
Coach Zimmerangas mentioned he loves to slash inside and hang in the air. We saw it right there. Hits the free throw, cuts it down to a 1-point game. Cross-court pass over to Jacino. Orlando again trying to carve out space. Aiden, corner 3, buries it. Nothing but nylon for Osan Aiden.
That's the one shot that Sandwich has not done a decent job closing out on.
59-55. Corner 3 from Campbell. Can't get it to go. Martinez comes away with it. Martinez to Shapiro inside. They called that a clean block. And look, Campbell got some body there.
Beautiful pass by Benny Martinez.
Aiden going to bring it back up top for Latin Academy. Shapiro inside to Wogarin. Osasu.
That's how you beat his own. You got the high-low pass with the 2 big guys. Wogarin's really had in the second half.
18 points and 16 rebounds for Osasu Wogarin. Can't get it to go. Shapiro trying to chase after, but Lansing comes down with it for Sandwich. Three ball from Schwager off the mark that time. Martinez back down the other end for Latin Academy. Casino for three. Rattles it home for the Latin Academy Dragons.
I tell you, it's interesting. We talked about the threes for Sandwich. They got them back in the game. And now the threes for Latin Academy, giving them that big lead back.
Back to a 9-point lead here for Latin Academy with just under 4 minutes left to go.
That for you, yeah.
Huge momentum shift. It was all on Sandwich. They were flying high.
Oh, yeah.
Latin Academy started to dip their heads a little bit, but like you mentioned, those two threes.
Well, a couple of nice drives by Martinez helped the cause because it made that Sandwich zone in the half court set, made them shift out of position. The threes opened up, and Latin Academy's always been an unselfish passing team. So if they have a teammate who's open for a three, they're definitely going to get it to him. We saw Aiden hit one, now we saw Jusino hit one. So this is more like what Latin Academy wanted to accomplish. Like you said, a little out of sync. Actually, during that run by Sandwich, Martinez was sitting down.
Right.
So I think his energy and his length coming back has helped Latin Academy build that lead back.
8 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists for Benny Martinez, flirting with a triple-double.
I'll tell you, between Martinez and Wazirin, both ends of the floor, they're the ones who've really given control of the game back to Latin Academy. Oh.
Jumper from the elbow
nice
is drilled by Murphy.
Murphy, wow.
Corner three from Aiden, buries another one. Osman Aiden has come alive here in the fourth quarter.
Well, timing couldn't be any better for the Dragons.
10-point lead once again for Latin Academy. Schwager. Campbell for three. Martinez with the rebound. Martinez to Wogarin. Jumper. Gets it to go. Benny Martinez now with 11 assists.
I tell you, Martinez is his ball handling and passing.
Make that 12, excuse me.
They're coming so fast.
Yeah, right. I need a calculator. Three from Lansing off the mark that time. Feed inside to Shapiro.
Yeah, it looks like that run by Sandwich really tired them out because a number of their shots are coming up short now.
Up to a 14-point lead for Latin Academy. Casino gets fouled on his way to the rim.
Yeah, foul on Murphy. Back to a 14-point lead with 2:16 to go. What was it, with 6 minutes to go, we were down to a 2-point game.
That's right. Casino hits the first. Actually got it down to one.
Oh, yeah, free throw. Yeah,
I think it was 56-55.
I like the way that Danny Bunker used his substitutions to keep some fresh legs out there while Sandwich was making that run.
17-2 run here for Latin Academy. Benny Martinez with the steal. Can't get the bucket, but he's going to get two more from the charity stripe.
Yeah, Benny just does so many things. Aside from scoring, he also scores, but steals, rebounds, and his passing has been incredible. Well, the Sandwich coach was right at halftime when he told Milton that, listen, I'm more concerned with their quickness than their size. Well, this fourth quarter here for Latin Academy, it's been both the size and the quickness that's given Sandwich so much trouble.
Benny Martinez knocks down both free throws, and he has now logged a triple-double here tonight against Sandwich. Souza all the way to the rim, blocked inside by Shapiro. Heck of a save by Brandon Shapiro, up to Aiden. And he's going to get 2 free throws.
The foul's going to be on Lansing. Again, that's obviously the size situation. Shapiro getting the block, clean block, and teammates saving it to create the fast break opportunity.
Right now we have 75-57 in the gym.
Yeah,
now we have it correctly. Lansing fouled out.
Yeah.
So this will be a tough way to end your senior season as Lansing finishes up a very good high school career at Sandwich.
Especially the way he really came alive in that third quarter.
He did. He picked it up a lot.
He really had a down first half, but was able to. He was one of the main guys in that to spark that comeback.
Osman Aiden misses the first free. You know, for a guy who shoots really well, Aiden kind of struggles at the free throw line. At least in the games we've covered.
There's no way to even try to figure that one out.
You got such a good stroke.
You can shoot from 18 to 25 feet, like you say, all nylon, right?
Right.
Go to the foul line and you're struggling.
It's like he's on a different planet.
But we see a lot of players do that.
Yeah. Hits the second. 19-point lead here for Latin Academy. Minute 50 left to go, and now you're going to see some wholesale substitutions. Aiden now has 16 points. And that one goes out of bounds. Back to Latin Academy. Minute 33 left to go, and Latin Academy brings an entirely new lineup in with a 19-point lead.
Like you said, it's been all Latin Academy this fourth quarter.
Turnover there for Latin Academy. And that one goes out of bounds, going to stay with Sandwich. We have senior Henry Pawlaki now in there for the Latin Academy Dragons. Anthony Casalvo in there as well, another senior. As the basket is scored there by Aiden Spur.
Yeah.
Here comes Spur once again off the lead pass. Ball gets poked away. Spur staying on the offensive glass, and he's going to get 2 free throws.
Well, we talked about what happens next for Latin Academy. They move on to face the winner of Archbishop Williams against Gloucester. Matter of fact, that game's going on now too. So Archbishop Williams is the 11th seed. Meanwhile, Gloucester was the 22nd seed. And again, Latin Academy is the 6th seed. So it will be interesting where they decide to locate that particular next round game.
Meanwhile, later on in the bracket, or further up in the bracket, rather, Tech Boston's playing East Bridgewater tonight, just down the road at Madison Park.
No, if you're looking at it, it's a possibility of those two going head-to-head.
That's right, in the Elite Eight, or Round of Eight, as they're calling it now.
But there's a lot of work to do before that.
Oh, a couple of games to go.
Couple of rounds, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then also, a little bit further up, New Mission's playing Bishop Stang tonight at the Reggie Lewis Center. Right next to where Tech Boston is.
Right.
So you got about three teams. You know, Tech Boston and Latin Academy could meet in the round of 8, you know, if they keep winning. New Mission, if they keep winning, could possibly meet the winner of that game in the state semifinal.
So we may have a whole lot of Boston blood in the later rounds.
That's right.
Division 3.
Latin Academy going to be moving on. Sandwich with a valiant effort to cut it down to 1, but the Dragons with a big run late in the fourth
quarter. They got to 1, but then they wore down. You could tell. The next 3 or 4 shots were all short.
So the Dragons hang on to win 76-59. Heck of an effort here from the Latin Academy Dragons as they move on in the state tournament after their first round game. And like you mentioned, Alan, you know, Benny Martinez was one who really stepped up. Osasu Wolgarin stepped up in the second half. You saw Shapiro get on the boards after being in foul trouble in the first half and really coming back in the second half and putting in a good effort.
We saw it was good to see him take out his frustration in a positive way. He got offensive rebounds. He got 6 defensive rebounds like in the first 3 minutes of that quarter. Then he made a nice up and under move, made a free throw. So you're right. I mean, Shapiro was going to be a size advantage, but it never really came to happen because he was in foul trouble both the first and second quarters.
That's right.
But it's good to see him totally involved in the second half. Meanwhile, with Jaren, steady the whole way, steady. I had no idea he had that many rebounds.
That's
right. You expect him to get rebounds, but he's really adding them up, and then he starts scoring as well.
Yeah, you see your seniors, Martinez and Wolgarin, good throughout this one, and that's why Latin Academy is walking away with a first round win.
Win in advance, right?
That's right. Survive in advance here in the state tournament during March Madness. The madness is only going to continue, but nice win here tonight for Latin Academy over a tough Sandwich team. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we will have our game-winning coach, our player of the game, and our final stats here from Latin Academy High School right after these messages. Don't go away.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
breathe right into your foot,
your plumber's masseuse,
yes,
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
Welcome back to Latin Academy High School in Dorchester. At the conclusion of game of the week, the Latin Academy Dragons defeated the Sandwich Blue Knights 76-59. And Latin Academy, we mentioned their seniors carried the day here for the Dragons as they win here in the first round of the state tournament. And there's a couple of guys we could have picked for player of the game, but Benny Martinez's fingerprints were all over this one.
All over everything. He was close to a quadruple double.
Right.
Okay, Benny, we talked about his energy. We talked about his length defensively, his aggressiveness offensively. He had some beautiful assists. He had 6 assists, but 3 of them were key because it was after Sandwich had made that huge comeback to get within 1 point.
That's right.
So that's just how important it was for, like you said, the senior to come through for the rest of his teammates.
No question. He controlled the pace of the game. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 6 steals. He might be driving the truck back to where these guys are going home
or taking a nap.
That's great. Probably going to do both. Benny Martinez is our player of the game tonight, and he is with our sideline reporter, Milton Posner. Milton, take it away.
Hey, guys, I got player of the game, Benny Martinez here. I'm going to give you the stat line real quick. So you got 10 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 6 steals. That's a pretty good triple-double for you. What's the key to that kind of a well-rounded game?
The key to that is, just getting under the glass, making sure everybody crashes and getting out in transition. We knew we were faster than these guys, so, we try to push the ball and, get it to our bigs inside.
You knew you had that size advantage now that you mentioned it, but what's your role fitting alongside those guys like Osasu and like Brennan?
I'm kind of the point guard of the team, so, it's my job to get it to those guys, make sure they get their touches, and, they did a good job finishing inside today, finishing the contact, getting to the free throw line.
What were you seeing there from that Sandwich defense, and what was your key to attacking it?
So they let us get inside the middle a lot, so I really try to attack too, get it inside or get it to the wings, and then go from there, move the ball, attack the middle, and, it worked for us tonight.
Awesome, Benny. Great stuff from you. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Going to grab your coach in here for a sec. This is head coach Dan Bunker. And, Coach, just to start off with Benny, what does he do to set the table for you guys and lead you to this sort of a win?
Benny's our leader. He's been, a kid that everybody loves to play with. Everybody around the school loves him. He just makes everybody better.
Now, you had a tough game against Burke last week in the city championship, struggled a little bit against the zone. What was the key in practice to trying to overcome that hurdle and come out stronger today?
Just a lot of passing drills, valuing possessions, moving the ball from side to side, looking inside to our bigs, and working from there, getting it out to our shooters. I thought we did a good job of swinging the ball, being shot ready, and we shot it better.
And lastly, it was a close game there for a second. They got it back down to 1. You guys went on a run, and it wound up being a 17-point game. You look at the final score, you would never known it was close. What's the key to getting back on the horse after they made their run?
That Cape team came to play. Especially those 2 players, number 2 and number 10, were making some really tough shots. Just every team's going to make a run at this point in the state tournament. There's nothing but good teams. You just got to get through those runs and get some stops and scores.
Coach, congrats on the win. Best of luck going forward. Pat, Alan, take us home.
Milton, thanks very much. And Coach Bunker obviously very happy with the win, but he knows he's got a lot of work to do if these guys want to make a state tournament run. But I know one thing that Coach Bunker and a lot of the city coaches are now saying is that, they had to squeeze so many games in February with the stoppage, with the city playoffs, with a lot going on. This week was the first time that a lot of these coaches could really have 2 or 3 practices in a row
makes a big
with
difference.
his teams, and it makes just a huge difference.
Yeah.
And you kind of get your legs under you. And I think you saw better legs tonight with Latin Academy.
Oh, no doubt about that. We talked about that big comeback. What they were down, Sam was down 18. They brought it all the way down to 1.
Right.
But the next few sequences, like I noticed it, the next few shots were all short. The legs were tired. They had expended so much energy to get back into the game. So at the 6-minute mark, it was a situation where they just didn't have much left. Meanwhile, give Latin Academy credit. They kept pushing. Even when guys came off the bench. The defense stayed the same. So they actually shut down Sandwich for about a 3 or 4 minute segment there to allow them to get back to double digits.
No question. We're going to take a look at the final stats from this game before we sign off. And first up, it's going to be the Sandwich Blue Knights.
Yeah, much different from the first half. Murphy, he was consistent all night.
That's right.
Ended up with 18. His running partner Lansing got things going in the second half. All of his 12 points were in that second half. Meanwhile, Murphy added 6 rebounds. Campbell had 4 rebounds. And for assists, Murphy had 6 and Lansing had 2. So Sandwich, most of what we saw happening it was during that big comeback. Really, I mean, they came as close as you can within
That's
one.
right. That's right. They almost pulled it off.
Yeah.
Here's Latin Academy's final
Latin
stat.
Academy, I tell you, with Jaron inside, like I said, it's almost like understated, and sometimes you miss all that he's doing. 20 points. Aiden mostly with threes. We had the 16 points. You got Wajarian with 16 rebounds. Martinez added 10 rebounds. Assists. Martinez 12 big assists. And Shapiro, the big fella, finding teammates, had 3 assists.
That's right. So you saw guys getting involved across the board there. You mentioned Bulgarian, too. I mean, I didn't realize he had that many points and rebounds either. And all of a sudden, you look at the stat sheet and you're like, wow, he's
Doubled
really
up, right,
putting up a lot of
exactly.
numbers.
Yeah.
So you've got several guys in this team who can really get it done. This Latin Academy squad. Folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us here on Game of the Week. If you want to watch this game again, first thing you can do is go to our website. Go to www.boston.gov/cable. Scroll to the bottom of the screen. Click on Game of the Week. That'll route you to our video library. You can check out all the games there. You can also follow us on social media. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. All of our links to all the games, updates of what games we're going to be covering, different videos, pictures. It's all there on that site. So make sure you like us there and follow us on Facebook. And you can follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. The March Madness rolls on here in the state of Massachusetts, here in the city of Boston. But for right now, we're going to say so long from Latin Academy High School in Dorchester. We'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Good night, everybody.